Reporting in the Capitol, I'm K'Lynn Sloan.
Civility is one of the, I think, main political challenges that legislative bodies face.
Human beings and individuals were so much more than just a policy goal we might have or a bill we're carrying. Today's session helped us see it more clearly.
Good day, my name is Pat Connell and I represent Senate District 43, which is the south end of Ravala County in the Bitterroot Valley.
Each hearing on a bill starts with the chairman opening the hearing and then calling on the sponsor to present the bill. At the conclusion of the sponsor's opening remarks, the chairman will call for proponents. People testifying in support of the bill typically will explain various aspects of the bill and discuss why they support the legislation. Proponents may also suggest amendments to the bill.
She enjoys long days of fly fishing and casting.
Fishing is good for life in general.
Long days of repetitive casting on and off the river can lead to injury, but a doctor at UM aims to find the healthiest cast.
Excuse me, are you registered to vote at your current address?
If your bill draft is your 6th or later request, your bill must wait for the drafter to work through all of the 1st through 5th bills before it gets its turn. Some bills won't have the necessary information ready for the drafter to work with, and some bills will get put on hold by their lawmaker, so the line may move faster than expected. Once a drafter works through all of the 1st through 5th bill drafts assigned to them, the drafter can then begin working on bill drafts that are a 6th or later request.
Sure. I've enjoyed sharing my state with you.
Buddies! Yeah!
And I've learned a few things about this place myself.
Alex Corcoran is one young Missoulian that lives for the political activity in this town.
Missoula is just such a fantastic place to live. I mean, it's a small town, so there's that very, friendly, close-knit, homey vibe, but at the same time, it's a very liberal town. So I really like the idea of living in a place where I really feel connected to the politicians and the local governments and all that.
Their first major campaign they launched was 100 Letters of Love.
And the idea is that you take these letters of love and you translate them to Arabic. We send them to an orphanage in Iraq. The kids actually get the letter in American English and then they get the Arabic translation, and from my experience over there, they kind of hold on to them pretty tight. And will they feel something from this? Will it impact their lives? Yes, it will. So that's kind of the goal.
Sam enlisted community members to write over 100 letters to Iraqi orphans.
We're praying for you and your leaders. In Montana, there are large mountains. I want you to know the American people care about the children of Iraq. We heart, love you very much. I will continue to pray for you with much love. Montana Bob. I hope you feel my love and hope for your life when you get this letter. You're very special, and I hope that you can write me someday. Love and peace, Samuel. And then all the stickers on it.
It isn't that Congress never cooperates in the last few years, or this year. They do. They try to cooperate and they try to pass things. They're not terribly good at it anymore. You know why? Because they don't like each other. Now, every member of Congress I still know would deny that. I'm telling you, they don't like each other.
But most of all, I will never forget the people I met, passionate about the issues.
Now we can make a difference now. They'll impact our lives later on. We don't have to just sit around.
Inspiring me every step of the way.
I think if you talk to any veteran, there's a piece of your heart that's left behind in the country you served in.
There are endless possibilities under the big sky as Montana's young people lead us into the future.
And when you are a part of not only voting but participating in democracy, that you do make the change that you want to see in the world.
Civility is one of the, I think, main political challenges that legislative bodies face.
And today we're doing a civil discourse training.
The name of the workshop is Building Trust Through Civil Discourse, and it's something that's been created by legislators, facilitated by legislators, for legislators. The goal is to really have legislators here in Montana think about how they feel about the state today, what's the level of civility or incivility.
And the reason I attended it was because lately the tenor in our country has been nasty and hateful.
Especially after the last few years of politics. It keeps getting more negative.
And that's not okay.
This conversation just needs to be had. Basically, how can we work together better? Our opinions can still be different.
We're not going to agree on everything.
But treatment can increase.
But we can agree to be disagreeable in a respectful manner.
I hope this is a bit of a catalyst for helping, build those relationships and build some trust, and that'll help in a direct way in the upcoming session.
What better time to test our ability to engage with each other civilly than during session?
We may think politically that, oh, we got a really good shot on them or they really hit us down, but really we all look bad from the outside, which means that this whole branch of government doesn't look good.
We will be facing some contentious issues, so it's going to be more important than ever to work with one another for the benefit of Montanans.
My hope is that they have a sense for what it is that we all have in common. That there's a desire to be bigger than just ourselves. There's a desire to be doing something for the state.
We're all in here to do the work of the public, and it's way bigger than any of each of us.
Legislators who met here at the workshop, who'd not known each other, Republican and Democrat, who've done joint co-sponsorship, lead co-sponsorship of legislation where they found a common interest. So that was pretty exciting.
As human beings and individuals, we're so much more than just a policy goal we might have or a bill we're carrying. Today's session helped us see it more clearly.
Hello, I'm Bryce Bennett. I am the state representative from House District 91 in Missoula, and I serve in the legislature because I get to fight for open and accessible elections that put Montanans in charge of who governs us and keeps dark money and out-of-state corporations out of those decisions. I get to fight for a world-class education that helps our students succeed, and I get to fight to make sure that all Montanans are equal under the law.
When UM law student Kelly Hubbard isn't studying, she can be found on the river just minutes away from campus. She enjoys long days of fly fishing and casting.
Fishing is good for life in general.
Long days of repetitive casting on and off the river can lead to injury, but a doctor at UM aims to find the healthiest cast. Fly fishing enthusiast Dr. Tim McHugh caught a sore elbow and an idea.
We were joking about how funny it would be if my injury was actually related to fly casting. Because of that, I took my fly rod right away. I cast it a few times, and sure enough, my elbow was sore.
So Dr. McHugh and two of his associates formed the Fly Casting Institute. They are currently the only ones in the world researching the mechanics of fly casting and working with fishermen like Kelly to prevent casting-related injuries.
Where they don't keep their shoulder at a stable base.
Dr. McHugh works with his clients to help them establish a strong foundation cast that's biomechanically sound.
Look at this back cast.
McHugh hopes his research will help people enjoy the sport he loves.
More jazz. It's one of those magical days that you have once every summer where there's fish rising from 9 o'clock in the morning till you can't see anymore. I'd like to have people be able to experience the whole thing and not have any pain.
Kelly went back to the river on doctor's orders and tested her new technique. And she doesn't mind having to practice if it means more days out on the river. Reporting for UM News, I'm K'Lynn Sloan.
In the beginning, there was my little state of Montana.
Being in Montana because there's so few people, our vote in the primary won't hardly even count.
We thought our primary was too late to matter. But then our Republicans got to caucus on Super Tuesday.
It felt like Christmas this morning, and it seriously does.
Now the Republican Central Committee Chair, Will DeJong, who we talked to this morning, is voting in the results to Helena, and the Ron Paul supporters are being very excited.
And that crazy Democratic primary got us in the game.
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal because Montana's never really been significant on a national election.
Let's go!
It was amazing. Yeah, I couldn't even believe the energy in it. Like,
real live candidates came to Montana.
I hope you will decide to support me in the Montana primary. Thank you all very, very much.
I'm totally for Hillary now.
This is our moment. This is our time. And if you are willing to work with me, if you are willing to vote for me, if you are willing to organize with me, if you're willing to speak out with me, then I promise you, we will not just win Montana.
I am in love with Barack Obama. He's awesome.
We will transform this country, and we will transform the world. Thank you, everybody. Love you, Missouri.
Through it all, Montana's young people were getting out there, making a difference, and fighting for our future. I've enjoyed sharing my state with you. And I've learned a few things about this place myself. But most of all, I will never forget the people I met, passionate about the issues.
Now we can make a difference now. They'll impact our lives later on. We don't have to just sit around.
Inspiring me every step of the way.
You know, I think if you talk to any veteran, there's a piece of your heart that's left behind in the country you served in.
There are endless possibilities under the big sky as Montana's young people lead us into the future.
And when you are a part of not only voting but participating in democracy, that you do make the change that you want to see in the world.
I see it in my life, actually. I never thought I'd see a woman or a minority. So that was that's why this is exciting.
I didn't want to wake up on November 5th wondering if I had done everything I could to elect Barack Obama as our next president of the United States.
I'm K'Lynn Sloan reporting from Montana for Choose or Lose Street Team 08. And thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Hi, my name is John Kanoki, and I'm representing House District 65, which is in Bozeman. The reason I am serving on the legislature is because of Avery, who's 5, Quinn, who's 3, and Jack, who is 8 weeks today. And their mother, my wife, and I, we want to raise our kids in Montana, give them opportunities for the best educational system, make sure that their individual rights are protected, and gives small families and young families the opportunity to have jobs here in Montana. So that's why I'm running. Thank you.
Like many Americans, the events of 9/11 changed the direction of Samuel Redfern's life.
Well, I joined the Army right after 9/11, so found myself deployed to Iraq in 2004, 2005.
Today, Sam is among more than 1 million young American veterans, and his Iraq experience continues to shape his post-military life.
You know, the mission there was very hard, and a lot of life lessons learned, and a kind of a piece of your heart gets left behind.
The orphan children of Iraq inspired Sam to take action when he left the military.
There's one village particularly called Bartala. We had been told we had to leave very quickly. And I remember looking back behind me, and there were hundreds of kids just running after us, and most of them were orphans.
Today, Sam has started a nonprofit humanitarian organization called the United States of Hope.
Whoever joins together with us is united in hope for a new generation. And that hope for a new generation is that they don't have to live in war.
Their first major campaign they launched was 100 Letters of Love.
And the idea is that you take these letters of love and you translate them to Arabic. We send them to an orphanage in Iraq. The kids actually get the letter in American English, and then they get the Arabic translation. And from my experience over there, they kind of hold on to them pretty tight. And will they feel something from this? Will it impact their lives? Yes, it will. So that's kind of the goal.
Sam enlisted community members to write over 100 letters to Iraqi orphans.
We're praying for you and your leaders. In Montana, there are large mountains. I want you to know the American people care about the children of Iraq. We heart, love you very much. I will continue to pray for you with much love. Montana Bob. I hope you feel my love and hope for your life when you get this letter. You're very special, and I hope that you can write me someday. Love and peace, Samuel. And then all the stickers on it.
To be a part of something that he has started is just a real honor, you know, having
Being to be able to work with an Iraq vet is really great. Someone that's been able to serve our country is really just gave it more meaning for me.
Sam and Marlena reached out to the community to raise awareness for their organization and for the plight of the children at the Welcome Home Veterans Community Picnic. Sam sees the United States of Hope as a way other young veterans can continue their service.
I do believe that the younger generation has a heart of service, perhaps more than the generation in power now. And I think that we should see the fruits of that over the next few years. My ultimate vision is that orphans that can be adopted are being adopted and coming into families, that refugees who are living in survival will have peace and will be once again whole as families, that veterans who come back from war will be healed from the wounds of war, and that their children will grow up in peace.
This is K'Lynn Sloan reporting from Montana for Choose or Lose Street Team 08.
Now, one big factor leading up to this race this evening was the issue of campaign technology and how each of the campaigns would utilize that, and if it would, in fact, have an impact on any of the results that we're seeing tonight. Montana PBS reporter K'Lynn Sloan has more on that issue setting up tonight's campaign.
This doesn't look like the information superhighway. But at the end of this dirt road lies a source for unbiased candidate information.